To those who may be reading this and expecting the same old BS about hyper-realistic graphics and jump scares, you won't be getting any of that. So where do I begin? I've been a collector of various Zelda games and merchandise since the early 2000s. From some of the more common items like games and amiibo figures you can find in stores, to stuff dating back to the very first game. Guess I'm just that devoted of a fan. Anyways, I was on eBay one Saturday afternoon. I was looking into buying the game Skyward Sword since my copy got trashed after accidentally running the disc over with my vacuum cleaner a few days ago. Plus, my copy didn't come with the original case, which led me to keeping the game disc in one of those crappy paper sleeves. After a couple of hours, I stumbled upon not the anniversary edition, not a re-release, but a beta copy. I was a bit skeptical at first, thinking it may or may not be one of those bootlegs. The listing showed a white DVD case with the title LOZSS Beta and the date of December 18th, 2010 written in black Sharpie. Then again, I've never really had a beta copy of any Zelda game in my collection yet, so why not take the plunge? I checked the description where the seller explained that they were a former game developer for Nintendo of America and they were selling off old stock that the company didn't want anymore. A former game dev, eh? I said before clicking the Buy It Now tab. I wound up paying the asking price of $19 plus $2 shipping and tax and waited for its arrival. I got the game a few days later with no issues at all. I took the case out of the packaging and was relieved to see that it wasn't tampered with. I then took the liberty of putting the disc into my special edition Legend of Zelda Wii U system and booted it up. Took a few seconds for the disc to load before a prompt popped up. It read, "The following is a game that is currently in beta testing and is not meant to be seen by the public eye." There was no prompt asking for the Wii Motion Plus accessory, most likely being the fact that this was before they established that particular function. It then led me to the main menu, where I was taken to a game file called BetaTest.Loran. I assumed it was some kind of deleted side quest, and then clicked on it. I spawned in what seemed to be an early depiction of the bazaar, with some of the characters having earlier designs like the fortune teller having small bead-like eyes rather than the final product, where he looks like some creepy doll you'd find at an antique shop. Aside from that, everything looked pretty much the same except for a different shop that would be in the same place as the cafe. The person behind this shop was a girl with chocolate brown hair that was put in a French braid that hung from her shoulder. The NPC was named Loran, and she was selling very odd items, like materials you could collect after defeating an enemy, or things you could find on the surface. But there was one unused item that I've never seen before. I got a closer look, which prompted Loran to say that it was an item that I couldn't get the title of, as it was all but jumbled text. The item itself was a bottle of milk, something along the lines of Lon milk, I'm guessing. Loran only wanted 100 rupees for the bottle, and for some reason I had infinite cash, so I purchased it. Just before I could get to the achievement screen, the game glitched out. I ejected the disc right away. Thankfully my Wii U wasn't damaged or corrupted from the game. I plan on exploring this port soon, as there are actually more files than the first one. If I ever find anything extraordinary, I'll give you a heads up.